Hi, nature friends. It's dusk. The sun is already down below the horizon, and I've got a few minutes while one of my kids is at their lesson. I thought I would go for a little bit of a walk here and investigate this local cemetery here for I don't know what nature things we can find. I can hear a ton of birds right now. Last time I was in here, the reason I came back today is that there were so many birds around. Oh, look at this. Right here. Can you see them? Right here. There's a couple of rabbits. How close I can get. These would be eastern cottontails. Which are often quite docile. Look at them just waiting there. Oh, there they go. Not far though. They're quite a docile species. We have a bunch that live in our yard at home, and they just pay no attention to us. They come to our bird feeders. They like to eat seed. These guys are probably eating, I don't know, clover, something like that. Yeah, there's lots of other birds around. There goes another bunny. I can hear a lot of robins. In fact, that's mostly what I'm hearing. Other than a chainsaw. Somebody doing some work down at the other end of the cemetery, I guess, or maybe it's a leaf blower. I don't know. So it looks like the robins are maybe here for, yeah, most of what I'm hearing is robins. So they're here like, choo 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 choo. I mean, I'm a terrible bird mimic, but you get the idea. That was a robin. That's a robin. And it looks like maybe what they're hanging around here for is this stuff. This is common buckthorn. I think it's common. There's a couple species. But buckthorn is an introduced species, and it's very widespread. It tends to occur in hedgerows or open edges, forest edges like this. And it's very, very invasive. It can be very hard to eradicate. However, it does make these awesome black berries that wildlife, especially birds, just loves. And robins and waxwings in particular it's very popular with those species. Look at these wildflowers here. It's a little patch of them. We've got some New England aster still blooming. This pretty little goldenrod. Not sure what species this is. And then this over here, which I'm not sure that I've shown in the video yet. This is very late blooming for this one. Is evening primrose. I think this one is northern evening primrose. There's two species that occur around here, and the way you tell them apart is on these little long bits here that come out from the flowers. One of them has a bump on it and the other one doesn't. So it's very subtle. Oh, there goes a little red squirrel. Just climbing up this big oak here. I think it's an oak. Looks like an oak. It's been a good year for acorns. The red squirrel's probably out there foraging on acorns that the tree has dropped. You can hear some Nice little birdie. Who is that? I can see hear some white-throated sparrows. Foraging around in the grass too. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing over there. They're making little like tee, tee, tee. Terrible at bird sounds. But that sort of noise as they call to each other. I just heard somebody jumping in the trees over there, but I don't see anybody. Oh, candy geese. Heading south. They may not go too far south though. As long as they have open water, they'll often stick around even where it's cooler. You can hear the robins calling. And then over here, the tee 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 of the white-throated sparrows. I wonder if there's anybody else in with them. Hard to tell. Oh, there's a black squirrel. I don't know if you saw him over here. There he is. He's just going around the corner here and disappearing. There's the old seed heads. Look at this. This looks like it's a type of hearing the squirrel climbing up the tree over there. Type of sunflower, but not like the tall ones that you think of when you think of stereotypical sunflowers. I don't know if this is the wild species. There's a few wild species of sunflower around here. Or if this might be a cultivated one, being a cemetery. It's hard to say. It would have been pretty in the summer. This old goldenrod here. All seed, and then this whole patch, otherwise, is all dominated by some species of raspberry. Hard to say what species, but probably red raspberry. I mean, a lot of them are red as in the color, but this would be red as the species name, red raspberry, which is a very common one for making bramble patches like this. Head this way. Some lovely leaf color here on this sugar maple. Oh, the squirrels are climbing this one here. The green one is an oak. Might be a bur oak, I think. It's a big one. I don't know that I've ever seen a bur oak that big. Wow, that's an amazing tree. Cemeteries can be really interesting places to browse and bird, because they're often very quiet and undisturbed by human traffic. There's this lovely big walnut, black walnut. I think it's a walnut. We also have butternut around here, which is currently under threat by a fungal disease that has been destroying about 95% of the population around here. There's still some that are untouched. Oh, there's a whole little flock of robins just in the trees here. I can see them in... I wonder if I'll be able to... Can't get too close. They'll fly off. I can see them flying back and forth though, maybe. I can hear them too. I can hear them foraging in the leaf litter. Yeah, these are all buckthorn in here. Ooh, this part. Full of berries. Presumably what they're foraging on. This is, I think it's black locust, which is really pretty in the springtime when it gets flowers. It could be... There's also one called honey locust. And the way you tell them apart, or the way I tell them apart, is by thorns. I'm not seeing any thorns on this one. Oh. That high-pitched sound up there is a cardinal. On the very top of the tree. I can just barely see him. Anyway, I didn't see any thorns on this locust. So I'm not sure which species that makes this. I'll have to look it up when I get home. Oh, flushed another bird. It's so birdy here. There's so many. All in the hedgerows. Birds often hang out rather than being in the middle of habitat, like in the middle of a forest or the middle of a meadow. They often like to hang out along the edges, habitat edges. So if you're in areas with shrub lines, it can be a really good place to go look for birds. Oh, flushed another buddy. So much buckthorn here. Great for birds. Cool little shrubby area here. Seems to be mostly goldenrod. Oh, here's some wild grapes. Look at this. Isn't that cool? It's a whole bunch of it. Lots of grapes here. And look at it all. Another thing that the birds would really be enjoying, it goes all the way along the fence here. There's so much. Now it's probably grapes. Could also be a lookalike species called moonseed. And the way you're supposed to be able to tell them apart is by the shape of the seeds inside. Moonseed are crescent shaped, and grapeseed are more oval. So I just popped one open. Can you see that? Kind of. It's definitely an oval seed, not crescent shaped. So that would make these grapes, not moonseed. And right beside it here, this frilly stuff in here, wild asparagus. You can actually, if you mark the location of these later in the fall, you can come back in the spring and look for the shoots and harvest them just like you would asparagus from your garden. Oh, here's a asparagus berry. This little red thing here. Only the one. Not too many others. Some beautiful sumac. Sumac makes this lovely color in the fall. Gets so vibrant. This would be really pretty with the sun coming through it late in the afternoon. But the sun has gone down. It's starting to get dark. Well, here I am back at the gates. So I gotta run and grab my kiddo. So I'll leave you there. Thanks for joining me again. I hope you enjoyed having a poke around this little cemetery here. And we will see you next time around. Bye.